Hello there, your friend Phil, project management trainer and coach. Today we're going to be talking about leadership, and I'm going to be teaching from John C. Maxwell's book. As you can see on the screen from John's website, this book is called The 5 Levels of Leadership. This book is a great book to read to understand the dynamics of leadership in a firm, to understand what makes a great leader, and to understand how to take your leadership to the next level, regardless where you are in the organization. Another great book I would advise you to read from John's website is The 360-Degree Leader. And I'll show you what that book looks like because I've had several PMs ask, how can I study more about leadership and how can I take it to the next level? Well, that's what the 360-degree leader looks like. But today I'm going to be talking about the 5 levels of leadership. If you Google the 5 levels of leadership, it comes up with all sorts of images regarding this book because it's such a great read and it exposes you to John's ideas about where leadership starts and how it goes all the way to the top. So I'm going to show you an image from the book, and I'm going to start from the first level. The first level is the position level. It says, people follow you because they have to. It's all about rights. This is the most primitive level of leadership. This is where people follow you just because you have the title or because you have the position. I call it primitive because even without you exerting much effort or much leadership, common sense, or intuition, you still have a type of right to lead at this level. But it's a positional level which demands people follow you because of rights you have, because of the title you have. And that's why I say it's primitive. Now, compare that to level 2. Level 2 is the permission level. At the permission level, people follow you because they want to. It's all about relationships and building relationships. It's not about position. It's really about permission. So if you take a look here and think about yourself in your position, let's say you are a project manager or you are a business analyst or something else. At what position do you think you have a greater leverage to lead at? Now, most PMs are in a functional organization or a matrix organization at best. Maybe some a strong matrix, some a weak matrix. But in those organizations, trying to lead at the position level as a PM, it's not going to fly. It's going to be exceedingly difficult to do that because the PM does not have the direct authority over the resources working on his or her project. And for that reason, we need to think about the permission level, about building relationships. Why do people follow you at this level, at level 2? People follow you because they want to. Why do they want to? Because you have earned it. You have demonstrated likability. You have demonstrated that you're a likable person. You've demonstrated that you are a trustworthy person. Now, while level 2 is good, we cannot sustain our leadership based on people's liking us. Not only do we want people to like us, we also need to demonstrate great leadership by being more pragmatic with our abilities, by making stuff happen as project managers. And that takes us to level 3, the production level. It's all about results here. People follow because of what you have done for the organization. When Steve Jobs was sent packing from Apple, he came back several years later and he still had followers. Why? Because people remembered results that he got before he left. He wasn't necessarily a likable person, but he got stuff done. Level 3 is all about what you as a PM can do for your organization. What have you done? for the firm. What have you done for me lately is what this level is all about. What have you done for the firm? What have you demonstrated you can do by being pragmatic as a PM, rolling up your sleeves and getting projects done, by helping those projects going down the drain to come back up to the surface and succeed and be a money spinner in the organization. That's what this level is all about. People follow because of what you have done for the organization. And you probably can see examples of this all around. Personally, I remember in previous jobs, different people who would shine because they could get stuff done. They could get those difficult projects done. I remember back when I worked for a well known airline, there was a project manager, program manager called Jim, and he would roll up his sleeves and get things done. And that's really what this level is all about. You want to be that person, you want to be that Jim in your firm who gets things done, who gets results. You want to be the person when your boss asks, is there anyone who can work on this endeavor or this project? You want to be the first one to raise your hand and say, I'll do it. You also want to be the one who not only says I'll do it, but actually does it, and does it at the time you say you will do it. Do it to the level of excellence that's demanded or expected. That's really what this level is all about. This is a huge level for the project manager. Now, PMs often say, well, the PM doesn't do the work. Yes, the PM doesn't do the work, but the PM is the driver. The PM is the one who is meant to be the roadblock remover. Whether you are in the world of agile or in the world of fully plan driven, even put on your Scrum hat. This is the roadblock remover, the Scrum Master. So, whatever your role in the endeavor you're working on, level 3 is all about results. That's where it goes beyond just being likable to actually getting stuff done. Level 4 is all about people development. People development can be looked at in a variety of ways. It's all about reproduction. The person with the scarcity mindset often says, I don't want to reproduce myself out of a job. I don't want to train other people and train myself out of a job. But that is a lower level of thinking. In the world of leadership, it's all about making yourself replaceable. And when you have made yourself replaceable, only then can you get to the next level and the next, and make yourself replaceable at the next. By making yourself replaceable, you're really making yourself irreplaceable because very few people can actually reproduce themselves. People follow because of what you have done for them. At this level, think about the abilities or the options that we have to mentor people, to train people, to coach people, to be responsible for people's growth, to be responsible for that growth trajectory of your team. A lot of managers in firms often make people responsible for their own growth plans. But at level 4, it's about being intentional about putting people on that trajectory to grow, not necessarily being the person who coaches or trains or mentors them, even though that is good. And it is part of level 4, but that's not what it's just about. It's also about opportunities, creating opportunities for people to develop, creating opportunities for team members to expand and grow. Someone might say, well, I'm a PM. How can I do this level so well? Well, you always have the opportunity to train, coach, mentor, and grow people around you, even when they are at higher levels in the firm. For example, way back when, while I was at Honeywell as a project controller, there was an opportunity that I realized to coach and train project management to my colleagues and those who were further along in the firm, levels above, because they were trying to get certified, and this was something I'd done. I saw the opportunity and I spoke to my boss about it and said, what do you think about us having some bi weekly sessions, bi weekly meetings where those studying can actually come and learn and let this support the effort. Because at that time we had a management effort, a management initiative to get people certified. And he said, let me think about it, let me tell my boss about it, which he did. And at the end of the day, this training was a huge success. There must have been over 40 to 50 PMPs that were a product of these biweekly sessions I had. I wasn't at the top, I wasn't at the bottom, but I was right there in the middle. And level 4, people development, was a huge hit. It became such a huge hit that when the time came for me to leave Honeywell, I remember all of a sudden seeing another opportunity. It was one of the products from my people development sessions in project management who was actually a reference, almost unsolicited reference for me, because he realized how much I had imparted into his colleagues, his friends, himself, even though he was a PMP at the time, but he went all out to explain to the hiring manager why he needed to hire Phil. That is what level 4 does. When people follow and people believe in you because of what you have done for them, as far as reproduction goes, it's huge. It's massive. Level 5, Pinnacle. This is the very top of all levels. And this should be a lifelong ambition for you as you aim to get higher and higher and climb higher in your leadership in your firm. It's all about respect. People follow because of who you are and what you represent. There's so many examples of this in the world. We hear the name and we immediately know what they've done. We hear the name and we immediately can identify not only what they have accomplished, but what they represent. Names like Martin Luther King, Nelson Mandela, Mother Teresa, and so on. Names like that immediately embody respect, accomplishments. And to get to level 5, the other levels need to be met. So as you go to different levels, you'll realize that you might be strong in level 4, but not be very strong in level 2 or 3, or you may need to improve on some levels. But I hope this helps you to be more intentional about your leadership. The more you understand the dynamics of leadership in a firm, the more you'll grow. As a PM, there are limitless opportunities for you to show value, for you to contribute to people's development, for you to add value to people through giving them materials that could help them, or coaching that could help them, or exposing them to opportunities. My mentor, Mary Hirschner, exposed me to the biggest secret that was hiding in the bushes. Little did I know that I should and could become PMP certified until she showed me. That's people development. She didn't train me in a course, but she gave me course material, courseware, exposed me to where to get the knowledge that I eventually acquired and got certified with, and since then have started adding value to more people. So that's what you want to do. Climb up the 5 levels, be an intentional leader, not just a project manager, not just a business analyst, not just a scrum master, not just a director or VP. Be intentional. Level 4, I'll say it again, is huge, because if you can develop people and add value to them, they'll grow and you'll become replaceable, but at the same time, irreplaceable. I wish you all the best on your leadership trajectory.